everybody. So today we are going to be going through a worksheet of maths questions that are arranged from grade 6 to grade 9 focus of GCSE Maths. So the first question asks to solve x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0 and interpret the results. So if we do x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. So this is a quadratic equation where minus 6x is the sum and plus 9 is the product. So we need to find two numbers which add up to give minus 6 and multiply to give positive 9. So here we could do minus 3 and minus 3, because minus 3 and minus 3 equals minus 6, and minus 3 times minus 3 equals 9, as a negative times by a negative gives you positive. So we know that in the brackets is x minus 3 equals 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, if you add 3 to the other side, x equals 3. So the next question 2 asks to expand and simplify x minus 2 and x plus 5. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll expand it. So x times x equals x squared. Then x times 5 equals plus 5x. Now we do minus 2 times x, so minus 2x. And then minus 2 times 5, which is just minus 10. So now we've fully expanded it. Now what we have to do is we have to simplify it. So we can see here that plus 5x and minus 2x are like terms. So it's essentially just 5 minus 2. So what you're going to get is x squared plus 3x minus 10. And there we go. We've expanded it and we simplified it. So question 3 asks us to rationalize the denominator where we have 3 over root 5 plus 2. So when we rationalize the denominator, what we do is the bottom, so the denominator of the fraction, we just flip the sign. So what we're going to do is we'll multiply the numerator and the denominator by root 5 minus 2, just to get rid of the surd on the bottom. So if we do 3 times root 5 minus 2, we get 3 times root 5 equals 3 root 5. 3 times minus 2, minus 6. Now we do the bottom. Root 5 plus 2 multiplied by, what I'll do is I'll put in brackets just to make it easier, times root 5 minus 2. So root 5 times root 5 equals root 25, but as 25 is a square number, we know that will cancel down to 5. Then we do root 5 times minus 2, so minus 2 root 5. And then 2 times root 5, so plus 2 root 5. And then just 2 times minus 2, which we know is minus 4. So just like we did for question 2 where we expanded and simplified, over here you also have to simplify, because this bottom one here, minus 2 root 5 plus 2 root 5, cancel each other out, so that equals 0. And then what you have is a fraction where 3 over root 5 minus 6 over 5 take away 4. So obviously you know that the bottom 5 minus 4 equals 1, so you're going to get 3 root 5 minus 6 over 1, which obviously we know is just going to equal 3 root 5 minus 6. And there we go, we've rationalized the denominator. So question 4 gives us an inequality of 5x minus 7 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 5. So how we're going to treat this is like rearranging to get x on its own. So we'll subtract 2x from both sides. So then the new inequality becomes, well, 5x minus 2x equals 3x. So 3x minus 7 greater than or equal to 5. Now what we'll do is we'll plus 7 to get that 3x on its own, plus 7. So 5 plus 7 equals 12. So now the new inequality, 3x is greater than or equal to 12. Now, to get x on its own, we have to do divided by 3 on both sides. So if we do that, 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So x is greater than or equal to 4. So question 5 asks us to calculate the length of a side in a triangle using the cosine rule. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll recall what the cosine rule actually is. So the cosine rule is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. So what we're doing is we're working out a, which is essentially that question mark. We'll use b as 8 and c as 11. So a squared equals 8 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 8 times 11 times cos of a is 70 degrees. Okay, so we can input that into a calculator. To a squared equals 125. Now obviously this isn't a yet because this is a squared. So what we have to do is we have to do the inverse of squared, which is root. So root a equals root a squared. We have to root it, so root of 125 equals a. A equals 11 centimeters. Question 6 asks us to sketch the graph of y equals x minus 1, x plus 3. So as there's two x's, we know that we're going to have an x squared, meaning it's going to be a quadratic equation. So x minus 1 equals 0. So that root is going to be x equals 1. And then x plus 3 equals 0. That root is going to be x equals minus 3. So the thing we know about quadratic graphs, well, graphing quadratics, is that they have a parabola shape which just goes like that. So we can use that because this is just a sketch, it's not accurate. So obviously there's one negative root and one positive. So this side is a negative. So we know that that is going to be minus 3. And this is going to be 1, actually. X equals 1 here. And then this point, the way you work that out is all we have to do is we have to go back to the original where it's given us x minus 1, x plus 3. All we do is multiply minus 1 by 3, which gives us obviously minus 3. So we know that this, the y-intercept, is going to be minus 3. So there we go. We've sketched the graph and we've labeled all the key points. Question 8 asks us to find the area of a sector with radius 6 centimeters and an angle 45 degrees. So as there's a radius, we know that we're going to be involving circles, and the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now we know our radius, or r, which is 6 centimeters. So we'll just write here r equals 6 centimeters. So work out pi times 6 squared to give us the area. So that equals 113. However, we're not done with this yet because it says that the sector has an angle of 45 degrees. So what we do is we multiply this by 45 over 360, because obviously full circle is 360 degrees, but the angle here is 45 degrees. So multiply that by 45 over 360 and you get 14 centimeters squared. Okay, so question 9 asks us to show algebraically that x plus 2 squared minus x minus 3 squared equals 10x minus 5. So how I do this question is, first of all, just like how we did in question 2, we'll expand and simplify x plus 2 squared and x minus 3 squared respectively. So first of all, we'll expand and simplify x plus 2 squared. So x plus 2 squared is just expanding and simplifying x plus 2 and x plus 2. So what we'll get here is x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. Obviously, when simplifying, that's going to become x squared plus 4x plus 4. So we've expanded and simplified the first part. Now we do the next part, so we expand and simplify x minus 3 squared, which is just x minus 3, which equals x squared, and then x times minus 3, minus 3x, and then minus 3 times x, minus 3x again, and then minus 3 times minus 3, which gives us positive 9. Once again, we clear this up, simplify it, which gives us x squared minus 6x plus 9. Obviously, the question asks us to take these away from each other. So what we have to do is x squared plus 4x plus 4 take away x squared minus 6x plus 9. And the question did say that we are supposed to get 10x minus 5. So let's check it. X squared minus x squared equals 0. So already the x squareds are eliminated. 4x minus 6x. So 4x minus 6x. Now we know that when two negatives are together, it becomes a positive. So what that does is that just becomes 4x plus 6x equals 10x. So now we've dealt with the x's. Now what we have to do is deal with the plus 4 and the plus 9. So what we're doing is 4 minus 9, which obviously we know 4 minus 9 is going to give us minus 5. So just like the question asks, we've proved algebraically that x plus 2 squared take away x minus 3 squared gives us 10x minus 5. So the last question of the worksheet asks us to find the nth term of the quadratic sequence 2, 7, 14, 23. So what we're going to do here is we have to find the first difference. So 7 take away 2 equals 5. 14 take away 7 equals 7. 23 take away 14 equals 9. Now we work out the difference here. So second difference. So 7 minus 5 equals 2. 9 minus 7 equals 2. Now what we do here is obviously as it's a quadratic, we need to find the coefficient of n squared. And what we're going to do is, as the second difference is 2, you do 2 over 2, which is just 1. So our coefficient of n squared is just 1, so you just write n squared. We know that the coefficient of n squared just equals 1, so we've got 4 numbers, so we'll write out the first 4 square numbers. So 1 squared just equals 1, 2 squared equals 4, 3 squared equals 9, and 4 squared equals 16. So now we have to work out the difference of this and the original sequence of 2, 7, 14, 23. So this sequence, we're going to take away from this sequence. So 2 minus 1, actually I should probably write this under, just to make it more clear. Okay, so we work out the difference. So 2 minus 1 just equals 1, 7 minus 4 equals 3, 14 minus 9 equals 5, 23 minus 16 equals 7. Now what we do is, this is a linear sequence, now we just work out the nth term of this sequence. So to work out the coefficient of n, it's just a difference between the numbers, which is 2, so 2n, and then it's just what the number before 1 would have been. So 1 minus 2 equals minus 1, so 2n minus 1. So now all we have to do is just n squared plus 2n minus 1. So our nth term of that original quadratic sequence is going to be n squared plus 2n minus 1. Okay, so thank you for watching this maths worksheet. We are done. Hope you enjoyed it, and leave a comment of what you want us to go through next.